Hello everybody, it is Kyle here from Unboxed Autos, and I'm really excited to show you guys today the 2023 Rolls Royce Ghost Black Badge. Now, this is going to be a full in-depth review, and if you're looking for a video on the Ghost, specifically obviously the Black Badge model, this is going to be a great video for you. We're going to go ahead, check out the exterior, we're going to go over the engine, we're going to look at everything on the inside, so it's going to be a really full look at this car. A beautiful machine, absolutely incredible, from Rolls Royce. And yeah, so we're gonna get started. So right here we have the Rolls Royce key, and whenever you purchase a Rolls Royce, you can get the color of the car to match the key fob. So it's a nice leather patch on the back, so you can get that. So whatever color you choose, you can get that right here. Now really, it's not even whatever color you choose, it's really whatever color you create, since this is in fact a Rolls Royce. It is the most customizable vehicle on the market today. You can have any color you want on the entire spectrum. If you have, perhaps a dress you like, or a shirt or anything, you can tell them this is the color I'd like, and they'll make it. Obviously at great expense, but they can do it, which is incredible. Of course, they have this, practically an already unlimited amount of colors you can choose from. But if you want it customized, you can do that. To unlock, so to lock, actually press the Rolls Royce logo, which is cool. This is the trunk, and this is the alarm. And yes, so to unlock, it's the top button. You'll see the Spirit of Ecstasy pop up out of the hood, a true icon, and definitely something that Rolls Royce is known for. So that looks super cool. Now, in particular, this Black Badge model, what I really like about it is, first things that we're going to be doing here is we have this darker grille, so that looks neat. It's also backlit at night, so this is actually a backlit LED grille, which looks incredibly cool in the evening. We also have the lower splitter here done in a darker palette as well. So you can see right here, we have some of these darker trim accents as well as the grille, and that helps the car stand out a little bit in terms of Black Badge. Also, the Black Badge is the first time they ever changed the color from silver on her, so now you can actually get her in this darker color, which is a neat little tidbit of information there. We have the LED headlamps here. They look, obviously they're incredible. And we have the daytime running lights right here. These are LEDs. They're actually the laser LED headlamps here for the main controls there for driving at nighttime. So that looks really cool. Now, obviously, just even the entire shape of the Ghost is absolutely iconic. It's just checking it out here from the front, straight on front view. You can immediately tell it's a Rolls Royce based on its proportions. It's a huge vehicle, guys. Even though the Ghost is not the largest car they make, it is absolutely massive. The hood is just incredibly long. We have a twin turbocharged V12 engine under the hood. The Black Badge application makes more horsepower, 591 horsepower. We'll go over more power details a little bit later here in the video, but we're just going to continue now with our little bit of design walk. But we have here, on this particular application, we have the center hubs to match the color of the car. I don't particularly like this feature. I think Black Badge looks best just all black wheels. I really do like these wheels in particular, how they're machine faced, and there's just a little bit of different color there going on the wheels. I think that stands out, looks nice. We also have the red calipers on this guy, and you sure do need the brakes though to stop this absolutely massive vehicle. And yeah, but in terms of styling, again, you can get it whatever you want. So if you want to have a white car with red center hubs, that's fine. And as you guys probably already know, it being a Rolls Royce, the RR, the Rolls Royce in the middle there, it's always level. So they're actually weighted centers, so it always just stays flat, which looks super cool. But I mean, look at that, guys. How cool is that view of this car right here? I mean, it looks absolutely incredible. Obviously, another signature feature, and probably my favorite design feature across the Rolls Royce line, right here, how the doors open. It looks so cool. It is absolutely just feels like you're in a movie. It feels like you're living in a movie when you open the doors that way. You know, from the 1930s, a beautiful old car. The umbrellas here are in the door, of course. So we have the Rolls Royce umbrella for when it's raining, and then when you don't need it, it conveniently gets popped right back in there for your convenience. Now, another cool thing is the doors close themselves. You just kind of hover over the little sensor there, and it closes itself. You can also do that from the inside, of course, as well. But yeah, makes it easier getting in and out, of course. And the doors are so long, so it really actually does help. It's not just to be ridiculous. It actually does help because the doors are so big. Coming around the back here, we have this sweeping look here, right here. I love that angle. I think it looks really nice. Rear LED lights look cool. The tailpiping there is also done in a darker color, which looks nice. The trunk is very large trunk. We also, once again, have the darker color combination there across the rear deck, being a black badge model. And yeah, we have the fuel door here. Sometimes you guys might be curious what a fuel door on the Rolls Royce looks like. It's taking a minimum of 89 and recommended 93, but it clicks, and then pretty standard, but this actually is pretty heavy, believe it or not. So really, actually kind of a cool thing. Rolls Royce there. Close that up. And yeah, guys, again, fully customizable, whatever you want, they'll make. And that's what I love about Rolls Royce, is that each model is unique. And it's so unique, and every car feels like, its own special thing, and it truly is. Now, this one right here, is more on the simpler side of things. It's, a white black badge. And also what I like about it, makes the black badge features stand out. If you get a black badge in black, everything kind of blends together. I like, the brighter colors, the lighter colors for black badge. So all the features, like the red brake calipers, if you can, customize that also, but it can really stand out on the features. So now we're gonna go ahead and give you guys a full interior overview. We're gonna go ahead and start with the door panels. We have the Rolls Royce monogrammed here into the door. But everything is hand stitched in here. It's incredible, put together. This feels like absolute quality. Now right here we have the woven carbon fiber trim on the black badge model. It's inside, it's really nice. It looks really cool, I think, especially with this two-tone color we have going on here, the light and dark. Really nice. We also have some white accent stitching here, but even inside the door panels themselves, normally not a regular car, it's plastic, or maybe even a higher end car, it's a higher end rubber, but this is all hand stitched leather, guys. It is just the quality and the craftsmanship has not been lost here with Rolls Royce, and it looks really incredible. Door handle right here, nice metal door handle, metal controls, the Rolls Royce bespoke audio system here, which looks neat. Nice little speaker grills right here. It sounds good. It definitely sounds good. Not quite as good as on a rival brand called Bentley, but it is still good. Right here we have our seat controls, pretty basic. We have a front leg extension. You can do all the normal movements here, and then here as well, and then lumbar support. But extremely comfortable seats. Feels like you're sitting kind of in your living room. We have the incredible wool floor mats here. Ghost black badge right here, logo, which looks neat. And then we have the leather there. Since you're resting your foot there, you don't want to wear out your floor mat, so they put the nice leather there to keep it long, good for long-term use. Right here, nice stitching. Beautiful panel gapping right here. It's just beautifully pushed there. We also have the cool controls here for the air vents. We have, once again, of course, we have our carbon fiber trim right here. Push to start, stop right here. Some safety feature controls right here. Different lighting controls. So that's nice. And then as we step inside the vehicle, we can see here the black badge gauges are actually a little bit different. They have the red accents on the end versus the pure silver gauges. So that's neat there. Nice little touch. Overall, though, the gauge cluster is very simple, and I like that they didn't try and do too much. You know, it's a Rolls Royce. I really just want to enjoy the drive and be comfortable, and it's simple, and I like that. Steering wheel, quite large. It really lets you know that you are driving, in fact, a very large vehicle. We do have distance guided cruise control. It's pretty much some of the only buttons here. We also have a voice control button, volume for the stereo system, and then, you know, hang up and answer phone calls, speed controls right here, and cruise control on off right there. So pretty simple, but we do have nice little accents there. Again, once again, with the carbon fiber, the woven carbon fiber, true carbon fiber in there below. It's underneath a I don't want to say lacquer, that's not the right word for it, but the resin basically is behind the resin, so it looks really neat, very clear. Over here, of course, we have our metal air vents, and we're in Florida, so the humidity, it's actually it's a little damp there, getting a little damp because the doors have been opened and it's mixing, the air is mixing. Right here we have the drive control, so really simple, reverse neutral drive, push to park, the button right there, and yeah, beautiful though. Seeing this is an incredible. Right here, it has the stars all lit up right here with the famous black badge symbol. Looks really nice. We have the Rolls Royce Goodwood clock right here. Rolls Royce Goodwood on the clock. And leather dashboard, of course, dual tone color, hand stitched. Looks neat. Looking up over the hood, it's very large. And you can see the hood ornament, beautiful hood ornament, sitting right there in the middle. Coming down here, we have our air control. So it's soft, medium, high, max, but in between each one is another level, little dot there. And also the temperature controls for the top, and then for the bottom right here. So something different. This is a classic Rolls Royce. They've been doing this style forever. I like that they've stuck with it and not gone digital. We have heated seats, cooled seats, heated steering wheel, passenger as well, obviously. And then we have recirculation AC off, and then front and rear defrosters. We have, again, the woven carbon fiber trim, and there are little cup holders. They hold a bottle of water easily. Right there, we have right here the vehicle control, so can raise and lower the front of the car, or the whole car actually, a little bit. We have our parking sensors. I will get to that in a little bit when we turn the car on. Also, we can view the front of the car here. Get to that again in a moment. Storage container, good for your phone, what have you. And then just, yeah, nice look at the door panel there. Looks really nice. Rolls Royce monogrammed in the headrests. We have the sparkling, the shooting star headliner here, sparkling. Looks really cool, especially at night if you're sitting in the rear of the vehicle. Now, something that you guys probably don't see often, there's somewhat of an uncommon sight, is to actually see the engine here of the Rolls Royce. So under here there's a red lever. We'll open that up. We'll go ahead actually and take a look at the engine itself. It's really quite beautiful to look at. Oh, guys, look at that. Absolutely legendary. 591 beautiful horsepower, 6.75 liter V12 twin turbocharged. Just incredible, incredible. I also want to note just how cool it is to see this up close right here. Now, this mechanism is really advanced, honestly. You have, it's like basically an elevator. It works like an elevator for the hood ornament. So when you're driving, it stays up, or you can actually lower it if you need to while you're driving. But then when you go ahead and let's say you park it closes itself to make sure that, you know, someone doesn't try and steal it. If you do have it up, in fact, you can leave it up when it's locked and parked. But if someone tries to grab it, it'll actually quickly go back down. So you can see here the elements here. We have, it looks like it's the arm, the control arms are right there for it. But yeah, it's really neat to see this up close here. Again, It's like having an elevator in the front of your car for your hood ornament is essentially what that is. But yeah, here's the beautiful V12 engine, and it's a legendary one. They've been using it basically forever, and it's a workhorse, and it's a beautiful thing, and it is truly the smoothest powertrain I've ever driven. The Rolls Royce brand makes the smoothest, quietest, most comfortable cars I've ever driven. I've driven pretty much every car. They're not quite as sporty as, say, a Bentley. You get a Rolls Royce to be comfortable and quiet, and it's exactly what it does. It's absolutely incredible. So yeah, it's truly amazing to see this, and you probably won't see this forever. This will be going away at some point, unfortunately, but it's a beautiful thing to see while it's still here. All right, so we went ahead, we've closed it, but as you can see here, this is where it would go, and yeah, it hides right under there. It's beautiful, very cool. So now we're gonna go ahead and get back inside. Step into the Rolls Royce. We're going to go ahead and use the auto close on the door. Push to start. There she goes. Special tones to make sure that they're not too aggressive. Go ahead and move it to soft here on the air side of things. Make sure it's not too loud for anybody. But yeah, so we have woken up the beast, the V12 under the hood, and that's a very pleasant experience. You really hardly hear the engine when you're driving. We'll get more into that later, but here's the the main control system right here for the media system. It's a bit dated. There's no Android Auto, there's no Apple CarPlay, and it's time for an upgrade here, guys. But it has a good navigation system, and it's quick to respond, easy to use, but it's just a little bit old, but there we go. So we also do have a heads-up display, which is nice. But yeah, so now the car is on. You can see here it's showing us it's in the middle. We have our door controls right there. We have our navigation system also right here. But yeah, pretty straightforward. Easy car to drive, easy car just to get in and go places. But now we're going to go ahead, though, and get in the back seat as well for you guys. There's a lot to kind of go through back here. So, as you can see here, I've just closed the door. Go ahead and get in the back here. Wow, it's so comfortable. There's a door right here. You press and hold that, and it is very, very comfy back here. Go ahead and open these up. But yeah, you have your shooting star headliner, beautiful thing. We have the controls for that right here. You can dim it. You have the shooting star option. Right here we have the multimedia screens. If we want to, we can go ahead and look at different things like you can up front here with the control dial. You can look at navigation, you can look at the vehicle, you control system settings, you can control the media system. So everything right here that you want to do. You can connect via HDMI, screen mirroring. You can adjust the audio system from back here as well. So pretty much everything. Nice to have the option if you're in the back seat and you want to adjust the music, or plan a route, or even it's nice to see where you're going looking at the map also. I think that's pretty nice. That is all covered up right here by this beautiful little display system right here. We have the, of course, huge woven carbon fiber area right here, which is nice. Additional cup holders right here, and right there. So really cool. This is actually for the special champagne flute, so they can hold them in there. Close that up. Right here, we can adjust to a little softer, a little colder. No cooled seats though in the back, guys. Kind of disappointed. No cooled seats for the rear passengers. We can adjust. They are fully adjustable though. Very comfortable, obviously. Feels really more like you're just lounging somewhere. I'm not going to keep telling you how comfortable it is. I'm sure you realize it's, you know, extremely comfortable and extremely quiet back here, but it's really great to be driven as well in a Rolls Royce. Beautiful seats. The pillows are just really cool looking. I mean, the stitching, the piping from the white contrast looks incredible. Inside here, you can have a bottle of champagne and then your champagne glasses right here. Obviously, we need a place to store the champagne, so we do that in here in our champagne fridge, and then the little glasses go right there. And there we go. Just got to put that back. There she goes. But yeah, very comfortable, extremely spacious, very roomy. And we have a little volume control right here, which is neat for the audio system at your fingertips as well, I believe. So that's really cool. But yeah, guys, super cool experience to be in the Rolls Royce Ghost Black Badge. The back seat, very comfy. Now we're going to go ahead, though, and take it for a drive. I'm going to get back up here into the driver's seat, and we're going to go for a ride and see what it's like to drive this nearly $500,000 car on the road. Hey guys, so we are here driving the 2023 Rolls Royce Ghost, and it's always a special, unique, nice experience. And we're here in South Florida, in the Miami Beach area. Right now we're up here in Bal Harbor. Beautiful area, nice place to take a leisurely drive in the Ghost here. But it's always, you know, really, again, like I was saying, a special feeling experience because, you know, each Rolls Royce is so unique, and that's what I really love about the brand, is just how customizable everything is. It really makes it feel like a different vehicle every time. Now, of course, the driving dynamics are all the same, but, you know, again, the customizable options are just limitless, which makes it really cool. So, you know, in terms of driving the car, we'll talk a little bit about that right now. So Rolls Royce prides itself on being comfortable and quiet. So I would say that those two attributes are this car's best. Now it's very quick, very fast. Obviously a 591 horsepower, which is up a little bit from, I believe, the 560 horsepower that's available in the standard Ghost. Just the Black Badge model just gets a tiny bit more power, a little bit more power. But you know, in terms of driving it, it's still extremely comfortable, extremely quiet, and very quick in a straight line. Handling, obviously, look guys, this car is humongous. I don't remember off the top of my head exactly how much it weighs, but I believe it's around 5,000 plus pounds, which is extremely heavy. And I'll put in the description and in the video all the specs of the car exactly, so you guys can take a look. But extremely fast. Basically, it feels like it has unlimited power. It really feels like you're driving an electric car with unlimited power, but it's really gas because the transmission works so well with the engine. It never feels like it's shifting, and this feels like one continuous amount of power, and it's really quite something. Now, it's also really good at just taking a nice cruise around town, very leisurely, very comfortable and quiet, which is really, Rolls-Royce is just so good at doing that. We have, the competitor, I'll put that in quotes. Anyone who's buying a Rolls Royce could buy a Bentley. Anyone who's buying a Bentley could probably buy a Rolls Royce. Obviously, Rolls Royce is a little more expensive than the Bentley models. I'd say that Rolls Royce is a little bit more exclusive than Bentley, slightly. But that being said, what I'm getting at is that, if you want to buy, a Bentley and a Rolls Royce, you probably have both. So I don't really call them competitors for that reason. You just buy what you like. So what Rolls Royce, again, is really good at doing is being comfortable, quiet, and ultra unique. It really is a different feeling driving a Rolls Royce, unlike anything else. It feels very exclusive, and that is, it's kind of like your own private club. It almost feels like you're driving when you're driving a car that costs $500,000. So that's, obviously, the Ghost Black Badge does not start at $500,000, but by the time you add options, you customize it, you're going to be pretty close to that. If you're trying to, in quotes again, save money, you could get a regular Ghost and maybe knock off 150 grand. But again, when you're buying this car and customizing it, you're not concerned about money. Money is not important in the purchase. You just get whatever you like and whatever you want. So what you end up with, though, is a beautiful machine. It's great to take, your friends out and cruise around in. The back seat's obviously very comfortable, and it's really good for road trips. Honestly, the Ghost was more so meant to be driven. It's more of a driver's car than any of their other cars currently available right now on the market. So they wanted the Ghost to be a car that the owner gets in and drives himself. They go up to their maybe you go up to your mountain house for the weekend, or you go to the beach, or you go down to Key West, or whatever it is that you like to do. This is that vehicle. So they made it more engaging to drive than, say, the Phantom. I've driven the Phantom. That car is crazy. That car is so long and so big, I can't even believe it. It's not like I just start laughing when I drive it, because it's like an experience in and of itself, and so it's fun. But it's really quite a funny experience. With the Ghost, it definitely feels more dynamic than any of their other vehicles that they make. All right, guys. So at the end of the day, you get a Ghost to drive and enjoy yourself. It's extremely quiet, extremely comfortable, and has what feels like an unlimited amount of power when you're behind the wheel. It also has four-wheel steering, which helps it, when in tighter corners and tighter turning situations. Like, for instance, right now we're doing a U-turn. It's much easier to turn, and then you can go ahead, step on the gas, and you can just feel like unlimited amount of power. It's just, oh my goodness, it's so fun to step on the gas in this car. It really just takes off on you. It's really phenomenal. So yeah, guys, it's again, the quietest car pretty much on the road. It's so quiet in here, you can't hear basically anything else that's going on the outside, which is really neat. Also, really overall pretty dynamic car for when you start to think about how much it weighs, how big everything is. It really is a nice driving car. But that's all we have for you guys today. We hope you've enjoyed our review here on the incredible, beautiful 2023 Rolls Royce Ghost Black Badge Edition. Until next time, I'm Kyle with Unboxed Autos.